Hello and welcome to my 2017 reading year in review. This year I went from being a student to being a full-time employee. This affected my reading quite a lot since I didn't have the mental capacity to sit down and read all the time anymore. But I did get into audiobooks this year, which really helped that. I started using Audible this autumn and it's been great. Some of my favourite reads from this year have actually been audiobooks. I've also gotten more into ebooks and I use my Kindle more, which is great because why would I own it if I don't use it? I'm not going to go through stats or numbers because this year, 2018, I want to focus more on the reading and less on the numbers, so I'm starting now. Now I'm going to do the final 2017 TBR update. I'm currently taking a break while in the middle of Swing Time by Zadie Smith. I have decided to unhaul Jack the Lad and Bloody Mary by Joseph Connolly. And I have yet to read The Spy by Paulo Coelho and Unless by Carol Shields. Now I'm going to go through the best books I read in 2017. First, some honourable mentions. These were really good books that didn't make the cut for best books. First is The Essex Serpent by Sarah Perry. This book is beautifully written and it has really stayed with me. Next is the audiobook of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, read by Rosamund Pike. This was just an amazing audiobook experience and a great way to reread an old favourite. Now we come to the best books I read in 2017. Since they're so different but all really good, I'm just going to show them in the order that I read them. First is The Housekeeper and the Professor by Yoko Ogawa. This is a calm book filled with warmth about a math professor who suffers memory loss and his housekeeper. It's about the beauty of numbers and math, but also the relationships between people and family. It's just an amazing book, and the simplicity of the language really makes the characters shine. My experience reading this was a calm break from everything, and I loved it. Next is American Housewife by Helen Ellis. This is a delightful collection of short stories that range from surreal to funny and true and definitely entertaining. This book is deliciously naughty and I really enjoyed reading it this summer. Next is Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari. I listened to the audiobook read by Derek Perkins and for me it was a fantastic audiobook experience. It was very engaging and thought-provoking and I found myself questioning lots of long-held assumptions. This is just a fantastic non-fiction book about human history. Next is Månen landa I natt by Lise Marte Vikse Kallok. This is a Norwegian poetry collection that I really enjoyed. It's surreal but amazing and it feels like it holds secrets that may be discovered by further digging. I find the mystery of this really alluring. It kind of felt like the poems managed to speak directly to my subconscious, which understood it perfectly, while my conscious mind didn't really follow and understand. Finally, we have A Gentleman in Moscow by Amor Towles. I listened to the audiobook version of this, read by Nicholas Guy Smith. This was another excellent audiobook. It is about a Russian aristocrat who is given house arrest in a luxury hotel. It's an interesting and warm tale about Russian history in the 20th century, as well as an intimate story of the hotel and this one man sentenced to live there forever. The language in this book is beautiful and each image is rendered very clearly. I really liked this book and it left quite the impression on me. Now on to some things I'm looking forward to in 2018. I'm planning on rereading some old favourites and just choosing books that I really want to read without thinking about my TBR or what everyone else is reading. I'm really looking forward to a new book by Becky Chambers out in July. It's called Record of a Spaceborne Few and I'm really looking forward to reading it. So that was my 2017 reading year in review. Please tell me the best books you read last year in the comments. Have a lovely reading year. I'll see you next time. Ha det!